Hey, what's going on, guys? Marcus today, and today I'm gonna be teaching you guys about why cause and effect is your life and how you can literally use it to create the life that you want and escape a life that you don't want to be in. Now, the reason why I decided to teach this today is because I was just thinking about how I've had a ton of students in the past, a lot that have had success and some that have not had success. And I always wondered, like, why is it that some of my students would have insane results and some others would not? Like, I had students where they've made 20K in a month, 10K in a month, within a month, 2 months of work with me. And I had other students where they just could not get success, right? And I'd always wonder, like, what is the difference? Because I'd literally give both the successful student and non-successful student, I give them the same exact strategy that I was using, right? And other successful students have used, but they still would not get the results that they wanted. And what I started to realize over time was that it literally was deeper than just having the strategy because of cause and effect. Now, let me explain to you what cause and effect is and how this ties into that story. I'm going to break it down for you because this is something you probably might be doing that you don't even realize that you're doing yourself in your own life that is sabotaging you from having success that you want. But once I break this down, by the end of this, you're going to understand it and you'll be able to identify it and become aware of it so that you won't repeat the cycles that are keeping you trapped where you are in your life. What you got to understand is that awareness is just you, because I know people always talk about like this conscious stuff and whatnot and this manifestation stuff and whatnot. And honestly, what it really just is you becoming aware of your surroundings, of what you're doing and not doing. Like conscious, this means to be more aware, right? So for example, when you're a baby, the level of consciousness or awareness that you have is not the same as when you get older, right? So for example, my awareness when I was 9 months old is not the same as my awareness of my surroundings when I was 5 years old, or when I got 15 years old, and up to now, my awareness is way better than when I was in my 20s, right? Your awareness increases. Okay, so let's just go to cause. So what actually is cause and effect? Cause and effect is literally just tying two things together. Whereas because something happens, it creates an effect, right? You ever seen that chart of the guy, which is a great example? You ever seen that meme of the guy where it's like he's on the board and he's charting F around and find out, and he's like, the more you F around, the more you're going to find out. That is literally like the perfect example of cause and effect. So let me give you a great example of cause and effect. Cause and effect would be if I drink and eat a cheeseburger every single day, my belly starts to get bigger and I get out of shape. And then as that goes longer and longer, the more I F around, like the guy was showing, the more I'm going to find out, right? Now, here's the great thing about cause and effect, right? So when it comes to cause and effect, what I always thought was if you do something, for example, most people look at cause and effect this way. Let's say you're out of shape because you don't go to the gym. All I got to do to get in shape is start working out. So all I got to do is start working out. So I'm going to put, I'm just not good at drawing. Put a fist over here. This is my fist, my muscle, right? Start working out. If I start working out, the effect will be, I'll be in shape. This is me right here. This is my arm. I'm going to put like a 6-pack abs. All right, boom, I'm going to have 6-pack abs, right? This is what most people think. Most people think that the cause is going to be if I work out, or if I'm not working out, is going to equal me being in shape, right? Equals cause, me not going out, me working out, plus the effect, right? Then that equals me having a healthy life, right? So I'm going to put H here for healthy life, right? But that is actually completely wrong, right? And that's what I thought was happening too, because I was like, hey, if I give these people my strategy, the cause is them having my strategy, the effect is they'll have success, right? Which equals a happy customer. But that was not the actual result. That was not, because the cause, what was causing them to fail was not actually the strategy they have, right? What was causing them to fail, the actual cause, and what most people don't realize, let me go get my thing over, and this is going to make sense. Trust me, this is going to make sense, and it's going to blow you away. So it's going to be life-changing information for you right here, or it should be, if you understand this. The actual cause was not the strategy. The actual cause was their thought process and honestly their mindset. Because the reason why they couldn't get the results that they wanted to get, as I started to realize, as I started to go to different students and whatnot, was because of literally their thought patterns. Their thought patterns is what was causing them to have the result that they were having. And because they thought, I'm going to put like a brain here. I'm trying to draw a brain as best as I can. This is like my brain here, right? Because of their thought patterns, right? The effect was they would fail, right? Or they couldn't get the result that they wanted, right? And it would equal their life was unchanged, right? Unchanged life. The real issue was their thought patterns, not the strategy, okay? The real issue was their thought patterns and not their strategy. What most people don't realize is that your life is a direct result of the way that you think, right? Because the actual cause of the issue, the actual cause was their thought patterns. So I was trying to fix the result with the result. So I was trying to fix the effect that they were having with another effect, if that makes sense, right? So let me explain to you like this. When people try to go to the gym, right, every year, at the beginning of the year, everybody's like, new year, new me, and they all go to the gym, right? Everyone. Like, it happens all the time. Not everybody, but a lot of people do this. And we're about to see it happen again this year. As New Year's comes up, everybody's going to be like, new year, new me, and I'm going to change myself and become a better person. I'm going to start working out this year. And what ends up happening is they'll go to the gym. They probably go to the gym for like 4 weeks to like 12 weeks. Let's go 4 to 12 weeks. But what ends up happening? 4 to 12 weeks, by the end of 4 to 12 weeks, they quit. Right? Because they think, what most people think is, all I got to do is go to the gym. And then it's going to bring about the change that I want in my life. Or they think, if I just go to the gym, right? The effect is actually because of their mindset is why they can't physically gym. But they think if I go to the gym, I just work out and use my muscles, I'm going to get in shape. But the real issue was never them going to work out. The real issue was the way that they thought, their thought patterns. Because their thought patterns is why they never went to the gym. Their thought processes, which is why when they try to go to the gym or work out, you see everybody do this pattern where they'll go there and they'll try to work out. By week 4 or 12, they stop going, right? And then they'll repeat that cycle over and over again. And they're kind of like a hamster on a wheel. When what the real issue was the way that they think. Because what you got to understand is this. We are not led by our actions. Our actions is not just led by our bodies. Our actions are a result of our mindset. And it's so crazy. I actually read a book. I forgot what the book was, but it was the guy that trained Michael Jordan, LeBron James. No, he trained Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Dwayne Wade. And he was like, most people think that the best power that you have is neck down, right? So most people think that, let me show you a body. Most people think that if you look at a body, right? Most people think that the best power that you have is your neck. Most people think it's your neck down. So they think it's the physical, right? If your physical body is the most powerful thing. But he said the most powerful thing that you actually have is the neck up. This is where the power actually is. Power is actually here, neck up. And what he actually meant by that, and I can't remember the name of the book. I wish I could remember it. It was a great book. If you know the book, you comment it down below for everybody else to go read it. If I don't remember, I'll put it down below this when I find it at the end of this video. After this video, I'll put it at the bottom of it. But the real power is in your mind first, because he said you have to break. The mindset was the difference between the Michael Jordans, the Dwayne Wades, the LeBron James, the legend. It was the mindset that was different. It wasn't the body. What most people try to do is, right? He said he see a lot of players where they try and come and fix their bodies and try to, get better in shape or whatnot, X, Y, and Z, be more athletic. And really the power was in the mindset. Because your body is led by your mind, not your mind led by your body. So if the mind is not fixed, the body cannot produce what you wanted to produce. Everything that you have right now is a direct result of the way that you think, your thought processes, right? So let me explain to you like this. A lot of people like to make excuses in their life where they're like, hey, what was me? I'd like to say, what was me? I'm like, my life isn't the way I want it to be because of my mom, my dad, the government, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, I don't know. You name it. Barack Obama. My life sucks because my 3rd grade teacher said this to me. X, Y, and Z. My life sucks because these videos are too long and I don't. These videos are like 30 minutes long, and because 30 minutes long, I'm not gonna watch it. So my life sucks because of that. And when you do that type of stuff, when you stop taking accountability for your life, accountability, I know this is spelled accountability for your life, when you stop taking accountability, all you're doing is you're taking away the power that you have over your life, right? So no accountability equals no power. Okay? So no accountability equals no power to change your life, right? These two are directly connected. Okay? What do I mean by that? What most people do throughout their lives is they make all type of excuses as to why their life is a certain way. They like I just said, they blame the government, they blame their parents, right? They blame all types of things. And because they blame all types of things, what they're literally saying is, when you say that, right? When you literally go, oh, you know, it was because of this, because of that. You are literally saying, my life is the way it is because of this thing. And when you say that, you're literally saying, I cannot change my life because the power for my life to change is in the hands of the government. So the power for my life to change, to get me out of financial struggle, is in the hand of Donald Trump. The power for my life to change is to get me out of, is in the hand of Kamala Harris. The power for my life to change is in the hand of my parents. When you stop taking accountability for the actions in your life that is producing the life that you have, you're literally taking away all the power that you have to actually change it. Because even though most people think taking accountability means saying, hey, my life is the result that is because of me, what you're actually doing when you say that is you're saying, because I am the reason, I can now change it. Because all I got to do is change me, and then it'll bring about the life that I want. Hope you guys are catching this. I'm literally giving you out a diamond right here. I'm telling you. Right? It is a result. It was a direct result of you. Your life is perfectly designed the way you designed it to be, whether good or bad. And the quicker you take responsibility for that, the quicker your life will begin to change. Right? Because then you can start doing the action steps to figure out, okay, since it is my fault, since my life isn't the way I want it to be, what can I actually do on a day-to-day basis that is going to cause my life to change? So let's go back to the cause and effect thing. So I'm going to break this down for you. What you understand is this. Once you start to realize that everything in your life is a direct result of you, and that it is your fault, whether good or bad, the money you make, how healthy you are, how unhealthy you are, how clean your bedroom is, how unclean your bedroom is, right? It is all your fault. It doesn't matter what excuses you're trying to use. It doesn't matter if you're like, I got this back pain, that's all, but it's still your fault, right? Because when is the back pain going to go? It might never go away, right? And you are still choosing not to do what you have to do to get the results that you want. I know it sounds kind of harsh, but you have to look at life this way, because as soon as you blame something else, you take away all the power for you, and you are no longer in control of your life. Because cause and effect is what creates the life that you have right now. So let's actually bring this home. So let me show you real quick. So the real things, the real causes that are having the effects on your life that you have right now is literally coming from your brain and your mindset. This is why you have to control what you consume and what you hear, right? And these are literally gates. Your eyes and your ears are literally gates into your mind, right? This is why you have to control what you consume in here. So let me give you an example real quick. I used to be heavily addicted to marijuana, right? I used to smoke so much marijuana back in the day, it was ridiculous. It's pretty bad. I spent like over $20 a day on marijuana, right? Now, I remember when I was smoking a lot of marijuana, it got to a point where I wanted to stop, because I was like, it became bad. Like I used to smoke a lot, and I got to the point where I wanted to stop. And if I didn't smoke in like a couple of hours, I started getting sick, feeling like I throw up and stuff. And what happened was, what was really causing me to want that marijuana so much was what I was literally listening to on a daily basis and who I was around. What was coming into my mind, right? I listened to a lot of rap music. So I listened to a lot of rap music, right? And I listened to a lot of rap music that was entering into my mind, right? They be talking about smoking weed, right? Doing different drugs. Later on, I actually ended up doing like perks, things like that. Rap music, right? Which then affected my mindset, right? And that produced me having a desire to, I'm sorry, my handwriting is terrible at times. Let me fix this. To smoke, right? So the cause was the rap music entering my mindset. As I'm listening to it, they're talking about weed this, weed that, doing drugs this, doing drugs that, X, Y, and Z. And now that's entering my mind, right? And now, because it's entering in, it's producing the effect of me wanting to go smoke weed. And then I end up going to smoke weed. They're literally consuming it, right? Life is about inputs and outputs. And your mind is literally a machine. If you put garbage in, you're gonna get garbage out. Right? This is what most people do. Most people, they live their lives consuming garbage, watching all types of terrible TV shows, listening to all types of terrible music, talking about all types of junk, and they wonder why, like, they think the way they think, or they're lost in these type of thought processes. Let me give you another example right here. Another thing I probably heard, which is very true, right, is if you hang around 4 dummies, you'll probably be the 5th one. You probably heard your parents say that at one point, school teachers say that at one point. You don't even realize how deep that actually is. And that's why who you surround yourself around makes a huge difference. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll probably be like the 6th millionaire. I've seen this happen literally over and over again. And the reason for that is because when you hang around different types of people or group of people, they have certain mindsets already. They already have a certain mindset of how they think about life, how they view life. Right? They have a mindset on how they view life, which is giving them their life that they have. Right? Now, what happens is when you start to come in contact with certain mindsets, for example, I had a video earlier talking about groupthink. A lot of people, their thought process, their belief is, for the mass majority of life, for the mass majority of the population, is go to school, get a degree, and you're gonna have a good life. Now, you've probably been taught that since you were a kid. You see it on TV, right? You see it everywhere. Your parents are telling you, your school teacher's telling you it, and now you've adopted this mindset. It's in your mind first. Then you go out and you do it, and then you have the life that most other people have, and you're like, why is my life this way? I know I went to school. I know other people that went to school, and why is that their life comes up to this result? It literally starts off with their mindset first. This is why, for me, what happened with me is I was an analytical thinker. So I would see people, like I see my brother, I seen like people like just in everyday life that I knew, family, friends, who went to school, got a degree, and they were still struggling financially, and they were stuck in debt. And that literally changed my mindset, because I was like, hey, something isn't adding up here. Instead of just following the crowd, I was like, hey, something isn't adding up here. This formula that you guys have given me for success, like, it's either, I'm like, something like, whoa, something is not adding up. So I'm like, there is no way that they're saying 1 + 2 = 3, but every time I see people doing 1 + 2 is not equaling 3, right? So they keep telling me, hey, 1, go to school, get a degree, and then get a good job, right? No, first they tell me to go to school, get a degree, right? Plus a job equals financial freedom. This is what they said. It equals this. But I would see people going to school, right? Getting a degree, getting a job, and it was equaling, what it actually was equaling was struggle and debt. This is what it actually was equaling. So this was not true. So I was like, okay, what actually does equal this? So I started going out and I started finding about entrepreneurs and starting your own business and things like that. And what I found was when people actually went out and started their own business, became entrepreneurs, that was what was actually equaling financial freedom. That actually was a path to financial freedom. And it changed my entire mindset, right? And because my mindset had changed, I no longer thought this way. And then because my mindset had changed, the effect was I no longer took action on that, and it created a life that I have now. Where now I've been able to literally have months where, like I said, make stupid amount of money. And I'm not going to say that because I'm not selling you anything on here. I'm literally just trying to give you the secret to changing your life with cause and effect. So how you could actually start to change, what you could actually start to do on a day-to-day basis is think about the different thought patterns that you have right now and become aware of them. You have to become conscious of it, aware of it. Because if you don't become aware of it, you're going to keep doing these things, self-sabotaging without realizing it. So let me give you an example. Like, I even realized for myself, I had these certain numbers in my head where if I had a certain amount of money in my bank account, and now that I become aware of it, I realize I don't have to do it anymore. Like, there'd be certain times in my bank account where if I had, there's like these ups and downs. If I had like $5,000 in my bank account, I would be like in panic mode. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm broke. I'd be like working so hard. It'd be like something in me just like kicks up like an engine, and I'm like, I start working super hard. But then what happened is when my bank account hit over here, when my bank account was over here, and I was at like 20,000, I'd start to take it easy, right? So it'd be like these ebbs and flows. So it'd be like this, right? So my bank account was here, I'd be chilling. Bank account is here, 5K, I'd be working like I'm in survival mode, right? And everybody has these type of numbers that's like already in their head. But now that I've identified, next time I hit over here, right, or I hit over here, I'm not gonna just start taking it easy. Now I'm gonna actually keep working hard, because what happened is this. There's even times where I had like as much as like 60K in my account. And whenever that happened, when I got that high, I would be like playing video games, chilling out. And then I'd self-sabotage. I'd start doing the things again that caused me to go back to being like almost broke. Then it become like this cycle. And it's because I just was not aware of it. Is why I keep doing these cycles over and over because I wasn't aware of it. Right? And it's kind of like this hamster on the wheel. A lot of people do the same thing where, and people have different numbers. It might be like you have $100 in your bank account and you feel fine. You know, okay, $100 in my bank account, I'm good. But then if you go like below that, then you're like working super hard. How can I get my money back in? People have different numbers. Some people, it might be $1 million, or it's like if you have $1 billion in your bank account, you feel good. And if it's under $1 million, you like are working super hard. You have these different ebbs and flows in your life. And you cannot see the patterns in different places. What you have to do is you have to become self-aware of what's causing your life to be the way it is. What are you doing? What is your thought patterns that you have that is causing you to have your life? Because a lot of people live in delusion. They live in a life of delusion. They're delusional. I probably spelled that wrong. Delusional, right? They're delusional, right? What do I mean by delusional? A lot of people were like, hey, you know, even though I come home and I watch TV for 4 hours a day, I keep going to a job that I hate, eventually something is going to change. Well, no, nothing's going to change unless you change. You have to be the change. People live these lives of delusion where they go out, they drink on the weekends, they do all these self-sabotaging things, and they don't think they're going to get the effects of it. They don't think they're going to actually get the consequences of their actions. Because this is what cause and effect is. Cause is you do things and they have either a positive reaction or negative reaction. They have either a consequence or reward, right? When you go and you read a book, let's say you decide to start reading a book every night, the reward of that is that you're going to be smarter and you're going to read better. But if you watch TV every single night, the effects of that is you're going to be dumber, right? So everything has a cause and effect. If I start eating cheeseburgers every single day right now, the effects of that is I'm going to be unhealthy. Eventually, I might develop diseases. If I decide to eat healthy and work out, the effects of that is going to be that I am going to be in shape and live longer, right? But why doesn't everybody do that? Because it's your thought process first, right? That's why I'm bringing the awareness to it. So now that you're aware of it, you can actually go out there and attack it. Until you're aware of it, you will not change, right? This is why you might say, why are some people like morbidly obese or crazily broke or whatnot? Right? It's because they're not aware of the cause and effects in their life. Their brains, their brains are shut off from it. And this is why you have to actually really sit down and think about it. Like, what is the things I'm doing on a day-to-day basis that is causing my life to be the way it is? What are the hard things that I'm avoiding, right? What are the things that are outside of my comfort zone that I know that I should be doing that I'm not doing on a day-to-day basis that I'm delaying or saying I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it tomorrow, that I know is going to get me closer to where I want to be. Because those are the things, that's the cause, because the cause of that is your brain literally trying to stop you from becoming who you have to be to create the effect that you want, to create the life that you want, right? Because you understand is this, who you are right now, if you're not where you want to be, is that who you are right now cannot produce that result. So you have to become the person that can produce that result to get the result, if that makes sense. So if I'm unable to make, because I've been able to make 20, 30K in a month and whatnot, the person I was when I was making 5K a month, right? That person could not produce 30K a month results. So what did I have to do to become this person? Because these two people were not the same, right? What did I have to do here to get to here? I had to become the person first. I had to become the person that can produce these results before the results came about. The results aren't going to come before you produce the person. And that starts with your mindset first. So how do you actually get there? What you have to do is you got to go out there. I went out there and I learned new skills. This is what I did. I learned new skills, right? I killed certain habits, The person I was when I was making 5K and the person I was when I was making 30K in a month, right? And that's literally because I changed. I learned new skills. I changed my habits, right? I no longer was wasting time on certain things. And then as I started to do that and change, then I became the person that could produce these results. But as long as you stay in your comfort zone and you remain being the person that you are right now, you will never, ever be able to produce the results that you want in your life. Because the person you literally are right now cannot produce the results. It is literally impossible. And it starts with you first changing your mindset, right? You change your mindset and become the person you need to be, and it will produce the results that you want. But it's all literally tied back to cause and effect. And the cause is the way that you think. The way that you think will produce the effects which produce your life. Your life is a direct result of you and nobody else. Hope this helped you guys out. Let me know what you think about this below. I reply back to every single comment. I hope this helps you guys out. Like I said, everything I put out here is literally to help you out, to help you improve your life. But yeah, let me know if this made sense, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. I take all critiques in as well. As you can see, like this right here is also me getting better, trying to become a person that can produce more than I'm producing right now, making these videos, right? And I'll be the best at it right now, but you got to start to get better. So cause, changing my mindset, realizing I make videos. Effects is eventually I'm going to get better. Is going to produce the results that I want in my life. Hope this helped you guys out, and I'll see you on the next video.